I'm Tassos Ioannidis. I have been serving with AMG now full-time for 27 years, but actually I've been part of AMG for all my life, for 50 years, because my father was an AMG national worker. So I was born into AMG in a certain way. So I have experienced firsthand what AMG does and how God uses AMG all my life. I'm very excited to see the fruit that God is producing, and I look forward as next year it will be our 75th year of ministry. So I can't wait to see what God is going to do as we continue to faithfully serve Him. It was so exciting to see what the Lord is doing. 2016 was a year that we saw a lot of fruit. God did some amazing things. I had the privilege of going to Uganda to celebrate our 20th anniversary and to Guatemala for our 40th anniversary, and to see really, literally thousands of lives transformed over the years of ministry there, and to meet some of the fruit of that ministry. It was so exciting to see kids that were brought out of poverty, that came to a saving knowledge of Christ, to see national workers who are faithfully working to plant churches, to make the gospel known. There were over 800 pastors that were trained. There are 40,000 boys and girls in AMG centers around the world that are finding help and are getting a way out of poverty, and also are exposed to the gospel. There were other things that were exciting. We were able to reach more than 100,000 individuals through our medical ministries, and all of them were exposed to the gospel, not only finding physical healing, but also having the opportunity to find spiritual healing. Just so much fruit that we have seen in 2016. Really, for all of AMG's ministry to happen, for lives to be changed, for the power of the gospel to be used to transform lives, that cannot happen without our national workers. We are often asked what are national workers, and a national worker is simply a native of the country in which he or she is serving. They are local missionaries, basically, and they are the individuals that will utilize whatever means is necessary to share the gospel, to share the love of Christ. What makes AMG unique is that we always work alongside national workers, national missionaries who may be church planters, who may be leaders, who may be teachers in schools, who may be medical professionals. They all use the skills and talents that God has given them to share the gospel and to touch lives. And that's how we have worked for 75 years now. AMG has been a pioneer in coming alongside nationals and using them to spread the gospel. We have 40,000 children in AMG centers around the world in the different countries. And it would be impossible for us to go to those places and to care for all these children. So we are relying on our national workers. And national workers have advantages that we would never have. They are members of those communities. They speak the language. They know the culture. For a lot of the places in which we work, we would not even allow to go there and do this kind of work. But the national workers who are part of the local church, they are the ones that are able to engage with the children, to do this work, and to spread the gospel. From the very beginning, AMG has sought to advance the gospel by working through national workers. That has been our vision, finding what works in a given community, whether that is child and youth development because of poverty, whether that is church planting because there are no churches in the area, whether that is medical ministry because there is a desperate need for the provision of medical care in a given community. Whatever the method, we have our vision from the beginning has been to partner with national workers, partner with the local church, and spread the gospel, show the love of Christ, see lives transformed, see the community change. And that's what our vision has been for 75 years now, what it continues to be. We want to see communities changed by the power of the gospel as we work through national workers. If you're wondering how you can be part of the ministry of AMG, there are a couple of things that we really need your help with. The first is your prayers. We really need your prayers. Our national workers around the world, whether they are the teachers in our child and youth development programs, whether they are church planters, whether they are the children who are going to become part of the local church, whether they are the medical professionals that are helping to bring physical and spiritual healing to their communities, all of our national workers need your prayers. A lot of them are serving in some very difficult environments where there is persecution, where there is harassment. We need to be praying for them that God will give them boldness, God will give them courage, God will continue to keep the doors open for them to keep spreading the good news of the gospel. And we also need your prayers here at the home office. All of our staff here needs your support. It is a spiritual battle, and it cannot happen without your prayers and support. And your support also needs to take the form of financial gifts. We cannot provide Bibles, training for pastors, to care for the children, to provide for the cataract surgeries for leprosy sufferers, whatever ministry we are engaged in. We cannot make those possible without your financial support. You are the hands and feet for God. You are who makes those ministries possible. So we need your prayers and we need your financial support to show the love of Christ, to spread the gospel, and to see lives changed, to see communities changed for His glory. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your financial support. We are so excited and we look forward to 2017, to what God is going to do as we serve Him together.